I'm just repurposing this dock.
Also, Ledbetter had a 3, right?
Yep.
He might not exist on
Henry,
this website. They just have the top 5 and they're wrong, so that's sick.
Go to their roster.
Oh.
Go to the team stats. Go to Portland.
No, Spring. Oh, I can do both. But I'm doing this because I own the OneNote also. So
Oh, yeah. And then roster. go roster, and then he's number 38.
Sick.
Perfecto.
Better. And I'll also get the Pickles guy. But also I'm mostly just talking about how he got the save right.
Turn the mics down. I'm gonna go. Welcome inside to Hamlin Sports Complex. We're here introing the second game of a 3-game set between the Portland Pickles and your Springfield Drifters. It's a beautiful day for baseball, touching about 76 degrees, not a cloud in sight. And alongside Henry Light, I'm Addison Cerezo, and we are so happy to welcome you inside Hamlin Sports Complex this evening. Henry, what are the lineups for tonight?
For the Pickles, similar to last night, we've got Masa Shilkit leading off, Joel Roberts hitting second, Bryson Glasgow hitting third, Tanner Johns hitting cleanup, Brady McKay in the 5-hole, MD Connor following him, had several RBIs last night, and then Gavin Hoddle, Brendan Burke, and Kai Malt rounding it out. And then for the Drifters,
be Evan Thomas up at the top. He gets the start in center field. Cooper Mullins, a mainstay. He'll bat second. Hunter Meyer gets a day off in the field, but he's going to be at the DH spot in the 3-hole. Nolan Miller batting cleanup. Johnny Elliott in the 5 spot. New addition, Melosi Mataafa Alferos. He comes over from Oregon. We'll talk about him more in just a second. Zach Story at the hot corner. Aiden Gebhard gets the start in right field, and then his corner outfield tandem, Austin Takahashi in left, and then it'll be Tristan Ledbetter getting the start on the bump. But Henry, talk a little bit more about Tristan Ledbetter.
Yeah, Ledbetter's been excellent so far this season. Had a very chaotic first start where they expect him to go 3 innings. He went 5 amidst a very chaotic pitching situation at the start of the season. It's since kind of stabilized around him, so you can kind of focus on doing him. He said his main goal for the summer is to work on his changeup, and that's been great so far, keeping hitters on both sides off balance. And then he's got pretty normal upper 80s fastball, slider, and a curveball. So you'll see him mix pitch as well, a lot of changeups, and that's what we've seen from him all year so far, to a 3 ERA in 15 innings. And then for the Pickles, it'll be Rafael Espinoza, who actually got the save last night, came in for 1 batter and struck him out. So He's got a 1.88 ERA in 14.1 innings so far. So a great pitching matchup. Could see a much lower scoring game than last night, where both lineups excelled, but the pitching kind of let them down on both sides.
Yeah, it was a 9-7 ball game, but I'm really excited to see Tristan Ledbetter get the start. He's been fantastic. That first game that you were talking about, he went 5 innings, allowed 1 hit, and had 8 strikeouts with no walks, no runs. He was just lights out. And he actually ended up winning the WCL Player of the Week on June 8th. But, you know, I promised you guys we talk some more about the new addition, Melosi Mata'afa-Alferos. Comes over from Oregon. He didn't really get a whole ton of playing time. He's going to, you know, right that ship here in Springfield for sure as one of the guys from one of the bigger programs. But he did play in 8 games at Oregon, had 5 at-bats, collected a hit. It was a single. Struck out a couple times, but was flawless in the field. 6 putouts and 6 assists for him. So he's going to be super great. He's a freshman, or he was a freshman this past year. He'll be a sophomore if he doesn't redshirt. But he's out of Ewa Beach, Hawaii, went to Mililani High School, and he was the number 2 player overall in Hawaii, as well as the number 2 shortstop. So he's going to be absolutely incredible this summer, and I'm really excited to watch him grow.
Yeah, full disclosure, Addis and I both watched plenty of him during the spring season this year at Oregon, so we kind of saw his whole journey where he was kind of seeing what he had at the start of the season at Oregon and then just eventually shut him down as more players kind of took spots. So.
Yeah, and it's also difficult. I mean, you know, I could talk about Oregon baseball all day because I think that's both where we go, just to give you a little bit of insight. But, you know, being blocked at Oregon by Maddox Maloney, that's a really tough position to be in, no matter how Maddox is playing. But I think now that Maloney's going to be gone, he's going to get drafted this year. It's going to be a bigger role for Mata'afa-Alferos for sure. I think that just about does it for our pregame show, our player highlights. So I just want to take a second, welcome all the Pickles fans who are joining us in the lineup. It's always a joy to see your comments in the chat. So just big shout out to all of you guys. And of course, we'd love to, you know, hear from you guys during the game. And also would really love to, you know, give a warm welcome to our Drifters fans who, you know,
That warm welcome is implied.
Yeah, of course.
Welcome back, Drifters fans.
Yeah, of course. Awesome. So we're going to turn it over to our broadcaster, Ethan Kline. We'll be with you in just about 10 minutes here for first pitch.
Fans, tonight's Dry Pro beer banner of the game is Portland Pickles first baseman number 7, Tanner Johns. If Tanner strikes out during the game, you can stay drifty with half off Coors Light for the following 15 minutes. Now, let's meet our first pitch for today's game at Bark at the Ballpark night. Please welcome 3-year-old Scout, who is joined by Chris Wright, the owner of Mackenzie Feed. All right, Chris, let's see a strike. Fans, give it up for Scout and Chris. There we go. And now, let's welcome the starting lineup for your 2026 Springfield Drifters. Leading off from UC Santa Barbara, playing center field, number 23, Evan Thomas. Batting second from the University of Michigan, playing second base, number 4, Cooper Mullins. Batting third from Cal State Fullerton, the designated hitter, number 25, Hunter Meyer. Batting fourth from the University of Portland, the first baseman, number 22, Nolan Miller. Batting fifth from Tulane University, the catcher, number 32, Johnny Elliott. Batting sixth from the University of Oregon, playing shortstop, number 17, Molosi Mataafa Alferos. Batting seventh from UC Davis, the third baseman, number 11, Zach Story. Batting eighth from NNU, the right fielder, number 5, Aiden Gebhard. Batting ninth from Lane Community College, the left fielder, number 13, Austin Takahashi. And tonight's starting pitcher for the Drifters, from Umpqua Community College, number 38, Tristan Ledbetter. Managing today's game, Drifter skipper Jeff Lyle, as assisted by pitching coach Dean Stiles and assistant coaches Sam Olson, Jackson Bolander, Dom Graziano, and athletic trainer Dr. Randy Bruner. Fans, please rise if you can and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem by the Ferguson Sisters. Thank you. Now let's go down to the field with Cliff with our K-Duck play ball hit of the game.
Welcome, Welcome back to Hamlin Sports Complex. I'm Ethan Kline, going to be taking you through all the action here today on this beautiful Saturday evening here in Springfield. Game 2 of the series with the Portland Pickles coming down I-5 from up there to take on the Drifters. It was a good game yesterday that ended in a 9-7 Pickles win. There was some great pitching, some great offense on both sides, some defensive mistakes on both sides as well, and ultimately Pickles coming away with the win in that one. So the Drifters will look to bounce back, and we've got yet another blue-on-blue jersey matchup here at Hamlin Sports Complex today. It's the Drifters in the lighter blue with the dark blue numbers and the white pinstripe pants and the blue hats, and then the Pickles with their navy blue and the what appears to be light gray pants for them. And it's going to be a good one today. Drifters looking to bounce back after the loss yesterday, looking to clean it up a little bit on the defensive side. A couple plays that didn't go the Drifters' way yesterday, one in particular where there was a pop-up in the infield that nobody went after it. Nobody called off the pitcher, and it was dropped in for a RBI base hit that ended up costing the Drifters in that game yesterday. But nonetheless, hopefully a bounce back today, and it's Tristan Ledbetter getting the start on the mound. Last time we saw him get the nod as the starter for the Drifters here at Hamlin, he had a wonderful performance. Addison talked about it a little bit in the pregame show, but that 5 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts and only 1 hit in that debut here at Hamlin. So his first pitch into Mesa Chilcott is fouled back, and it'll be 0-1 to start things off here in Springfield. Beautiful sunny day, clear skies on this Saturday. About 73 degrees here in Springfield. As Ledbetter kicks and fires inside, almost got him 1-1. So we'll take a quick look at the starting lineup. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Pickles here today. It's Mesa Chilcott leading things off. Joel Roberts going to follow him up in the 2 spot. Bryson Glasgow, Tanner Johns the 3 and 4. Gavin Hoddle, not Gavin Hoddle, rather. I apologize. It's going to be Bryson Glasgow, Tanner Johns 3 and 4. Brady McKay in the 5 spot. MD Connor batting 6th. Gavin Hoddle batting 7th. Brendan Burke and Kai Malt rounding things out at 8 and 9. 2-2 count here on Chilcott. Ledbetter kicks, fires. Oh, and that one got him on the shoulder. It's going to be a hit by pitch to start things off and a leadoff base runner for the Pickles. Welcome in all the Drifters and Pickles fans. Always great when Portland comes to town. Pickles fans, you guys do a great job. Really supportive fan base. Always fun to have you guys in the chat. So welcome in to the stream. And after that hit by pitch, it'll be the designated hitter today, Joel Roberts, who will step up to the dish. First pitch into him is going to miss for ball 1. One 0 in there, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Roberts. Roberts this season, as Ledbetter throw over to first, nothing doing there. But Roberts this season, a .237 hitter for the Pickles in 10 games played. He's got 9 RBIs to go along with it, 1 home run. It's the 1-1 fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Roberts was the Dry Pro beer batter in yesterday's game. Ended up striking out twice, giving the fans what they wanted before going 2 for 2 in his next 2 at-bats with a double and a single. He's a man of the people. Gave them what they wanted, but still had to get his for his team at the end of the game. Two-two count here on him from Tristan Ledbetter. Chilcott still standing in on first. Ledbetter peeks over, kicks, fires, just missed low. That'll be ball 3, and the count runs full on Joel Roberts. Ledbetter just going to look to settle in here. Had a wonderful start in his first appearance on the mound for the Drifters this season. As he gets us foul tips, strikeout for Tristan Ledbetter. Great bounce back AB after the hit by pitch on the leadoff man. That'll bring up Bryson Glasgow, the shortstop for the Pickles today. A very similar look for the Pickles on their lineup. We just talked about it a moment ago. Only a couple of changes today. But Glasgow, 400 average this summer with the Pickles as the first pitch into him misses outside 1-0. He's in the transfer portal right now, making a name for himself in the WCL so far through 7 appearances. That 400 average, a 571 on base, and a 480 slug. Good for over 1,000 OPS as he takes a 1-0 strike on the outside corner. Was at Oregon State this past season and hit 282 with them in 23 starts over 36 games played. 23 RBIs and 5 home runs as he cuts and misses at the 1-1. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ledbetter wheels and deals. Swinging a fly ball out towards left. Takahashi under it, makes the catch, and that'll be the second out of the inning. And with that, we'll take a look at the defense for the Drifters here today. In left, you just saw him, Austin Takahashi. In center field, it's Evan Thomas, Aiden Gebhardt, rounding out the outfield out in right. Zach Story and Malosi Mataafa are the left side of the infield, and then Cooper Mullins, Nolan Miller, the two mainstays of this Drifter squad at second base and first base, respectively. Johnny Elliott, the Tulane product, getting his first start behind the dish here today as a swinging a ground ball over to Nolan Miller at first base. But that's the defense for the Drifters, and we'll head to the bottom of the second. Drifters able to get it done. No score after the top of the first. Drifters bats up after this.
Hot dog is summer. Looking for fun ways to keep your pup cool? River and lake adventures are always a hit, and a frozen raw bone makes a great backyard treat. We like to call those doggy popsicles. They're fun, cooling, and great for dental health as well. Remember, vehicle temperatures can become dangerous for pets in just minutes. Plan ahead. Seek shade, and never leave your dog unattended in a hot car. And McKenzie Feed in Springfield and Walterville, we carry durable shoes, dog life jackets, and plenty of water toys to help your four-legged friends enjoy summer safely. Stop by McKenzie Feed for all your dog's summer needs. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at your raffle tickets. I'm about to announce our first winner. If you have lucky number 193786, 193786. Congratulations, you're our first winner of the day. Leading off for the Drifters, the center fielder, number 23, Evan.
So the Pickles strand one in the first, and it'll bring the Drifters up to the plate for the first time today. It'll be Evan Thomas with that amazing walk-up song. I'm a huge fan of it. It's very unorthodox, I would say, for a baseball walk-up song unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. But he takes a first pitch ball downstairs, but it'll be Evan Thomas leading things off as we'll take a look at the Drifters lineup here today. After Evan Thomas, it'll be Cooper Mullins in the 2 spot as Thomas grounds one over to second base. Picked and thrown made by Brady McKay, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So it'll be Cooper Mullins batting second. He'll come up right now. Hunter Meyer in the 3-hole. He's got the DH role today. Nolan Miller batting fourth in the cleanup spot. Johnny Elliott, Malosi Mataafa batting sixth. Zach Story batting seventh, and it'll be Aiden Gebhardt, Austin Takahashi, 8 and 9, rounding things out. They're facing off against Rafael Espinoza, the starter for the Pickles, as his first pitch into Cooper Mullins, way inside, ball 1. Espinoza, a 1.88 ERA with the Pickles so far this summer in 4 appearances. He's got a 1-0 record. 14 1/3 innings pitched, as his 1-0 is on the outside edge to Cooper Mullins, 1-1. 11 strikeouts to only 4 walks. Not a guy who's going to get a ton of strikeouts, but a pitch to contact kind of pitcher who doesn't give up a lot of runs. 2-1 to Cooper Mullins, singled out into center field as Cooper Mullins has the first base hit of this ball game and stands on first. Mr. Drifter himself getting things started for this Springfield offense. It'll bring up Hunter Meyer. Hunter Meyer made his Drifters debut yesterday. Went 1 for 3 with 3 walks. One of 2 Drifters to have 3+ walks in the game yesterday. It was some really quality at-bats from the Drifters offense in yesterday's game as he takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Espinoza comes set. Kicks and fires, the 0-1, swung on, grounded to second. This could be 2. Flip to second, throw to first in time. A double play will end the inning after the Cooper Mullins single. And the Drifters can't get anything up on the board in the first. Scoreless heading to 2 here on the Drifters streaming network.
Fans, did you know the Drifters have 3 fireworks nights this season? Tickets are already going fast for our second and biggest fireworks show of the year on July 2nd. First pitch is scheduled for 6:35 with fireworks to follow shortly after the game. Don't miss out on your chance to catch the best fireworks show in town as we celebrate America 250. Please note, kids under the age of 12 do not receive free admission to this event. Leading off the top of the second inning, the second baseman, number 70, Brady McKay.
So the Pickles back up to the dish after the Drifters hit into an inning-ending double play. It was 3 up, 3 down. But Cooper Mullins got the first hit of the ball game, and it'll be Brady McKay leading things off here in inning number 2. He takes a first pitch ball outside. Ledbetter kicks, fires, swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Brady McKay. At second base, already had a lot of action defensively in that first inning. Involved in all 3 outs. Started that double play and had a ground out to lead off that inning from Evan Thomas. This summer with the Pickles, batting .316, 458 on base as he pops one up into foul territory on the first base side. Over to make the catch is Nolan Miller, and that'll retire the first batter of the inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number
It'll bring up
29,
M.D.
Adam
Connor.
Z. Connor.
The right fielder. 7 up for the first time today. .217 hitter on the summer as he swings and lines one out to center. Catch is made by Evan Thomas out in center field. 2 up, 2 down quickly for this Drifters defense.
Number 93, Gavin Otto.
And the defense has got a lot more talent out there than we did at the start of the season. It's gotten a lot better, really stacked. Knight Yareski talked about it yesterday on the broadcast with Evan Thomas, Zach Daig, a lot of these guys that have just joined the team as a first pitch strike into Gavin Hoddle. But a lot more speed in the outfield. Really makes you feel comfortable if you're Tristan Ledbetter, knowing the quality of guys you have behind you. 1-1 count on Hoddle. One missed. Not sure where, but 2 balls and 1 strike on Gavin Hoddle now. Ground ball straight back to Tristan Ledbetter, who gloves it and tosses it over to first, and that will do it for the inning. So another hitless inning for Tristan Ledbetter. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Drifters back up after this.
Thunderstorms or when left alone, Mackenzie Feed can help. Long-lasting natural chews like our custom smoked bones, local organic CBD products, and plenty of exercise beforehand can help keep dogs calm and content during stressful events. Plan ahead and stop by Mackenzie Feed for help with your anxious pet and mention this ad for a special Drifter discount. Leading off the first baseman.
Nolan Miller going to be leading things off here in the second after the 3 up, 3 down inning for the Drifters offensively in the first. The cleanup hitter here today and the everyday first baseman for the Drifters. He's had a couple days off in the DH spot, but mostly the everyday first baseman for this Drifters squad as he takes a first pitch ball way inside, gets away from the catcher, Brennan Burke, but 1-0 count to start things off for Nolan Miller. Clipped the inside corner. A bit of a late call from our home plate umpire, but 1 ball and 1 strike. Espinoza worked very efficiently in that first inning as a cut and a miss from Nolan Miller makes the count 1-2. The quick ground out on Evan Thomas, the single from Cooper Mullins, and a first pitch double play to Hunter Meyer. Is 1-2 to Nolan Miller, inside ball 2. Count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Miller not hitting as well as he has in past summers, average-wise for the Drifters so far, as he takes a 2-2 ball outside, counter run full. 227 the average for him so far this summer. He's got 9 RBIs on 10 hits, though, so very efficient when he's got runners in scoring position. We saw him drive in 2 yesterday as he grounds one over to second base, and Brady McKay getting a lot of work here today as he'll retire Nolan Miller on the 4-3 putout.
Now batting the catcher, number 32, Johnny Elliott.
It'll bring up Johnny Elliott getting the first start in his Springfield Drifters career. The Tulane product. Started 22 games and appeared in 30 in his first season at Tulane. Averaged 240, slugging 347 with 5 doubles and a home run as he grounds one over to short. Throw is going to be in time, and he is retired. It'll bring up Molosi Mataafa Alferos, the shortstop from the University of Oregon. Finally able to make his way over here to Springfield and make his debut with the Drifters after the Ducks season was ended just a couple weeks ago. Espinoza kicks and fires. First pitch into him. Swung on out towards right field. That's going to get down, and that's going to be extra bases. Welcome to Springfield, Molosi Mataafa Alferos. A 2-out double puts a runner in scoring position for Zach Story.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Zach Story.
Was ready to go at it early and wasted no time. He's standing on second now. That one just ripped down the right field line. Now Zach Story will try and drive him in. Went 1 for 2 in his debut yesterday with 2 RBIs. Takes a first pitch ball outside, 1-0. Espinoza peeks back towards second, kicks and fires. Drops in for a strike. One ball and 1 strike on Story. Takes on the outside edge. That one was not close, but a called strike makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking here on the track, man, looked about a ball and a half outside. Takes the 1-2 down and away. Count evens up. Story played in 48 games with 42 starts at UC Davis this past season. 2-2 from Espinoza, swung on and missed, and down goes Zach Story. And that will be the inning. So the Drifters strand 1 in scoring position and still scoreless, heading to the 3rd inning. Tristan Ledbetter back on the mound after this on the Drifters streaming network.
How the game works. When I say go, you're going to run down there too rapid. You're going to grab one of these balls, run over there, drop it in, go back and forth. You are done with those balls. The first person is the winner. Are you ready? Are you ready? Drifter fans, are you guys ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, grab the ball. There you go. Just a practice lap right there. Come on, Drifter fans, make some noise! All right, it's tied up right now. Here we go. Who is going to be the big winner? Let's go! Congratulations, man. Good job, dude. You tired, man? Yeah. There we go. All right, congratulations. Let's get drifty.
And let's get drifty with those raffle tickets. I've got your second winner. Congratulations to number 193822. 193822. Leading off for the Pickles, the catcher, number 96, Brendan Burke.
Brendan Burke going to be leading things off in the third inning for the Pickles. Getting the catching duties today and batting eighth in the order as he swings and singles one out through the six hole into left field, and it's a leadoff single on the first pitch from Tristan Ledbetter.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11, Kai Molt.
Brings up the 9-hole hitter and center fielder today, Kai Molt. Pulls back the bunt. And they'll say he didn't pull it back in time, so it'll be 0-1. That pitch was just outside. He tried to pull it back, but a little bit late. This Malt's fourth appearance for the Pickles this season, batting 182 so far this summer. 0-1, sent out into left field. Takahashi chasing after it. He's not going to get there. That's going to be extra bases. Throw comes in, holds Brendan Burke at third, and it's two runners in scoring position with no outs. Here in the third inning, Pickles threatening to open up the scoring here.
Now batting the left fielder, number 49, Masa Shilka.
It is Bark in the Park night here at the ballpark. So the dogs in attendance, looking around, see a couple golden retrievers over here on the third base side. A few more dogs out there in the stands as well. And we had a dog throw out our first pitch. First pitch into Mesa Chilcott. That lineup turns over. No balls and one strike. Ledbetter's 0-1, up and in. Chilcott had to duck. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind blowing out towards left field. Not often you see that here at Hamlin. It's often blowing in from right. Maybe you're going to see the long ball that we haven't seen much here at this ballpark. Pretty tall fence in this ballpark, and with the wind constantly blowing in, I believe it's about 325 to the posts and around 390, 395 to center, if I'm not mistaken, here at this field. As Chilcott pulls back the bunt, but it clips the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But not an easy, a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. Not an easy one to hit home runs in. Ledbetter's 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Elliott caught it. So no need to throw to first, but a big first out for Tristan Ledbetter by way of the strikeout. Go ahead run only 90 feet away. Brings up Joel Roberts, who struck out in his first at-bat. Our normal broadcaster, Knight Uretsky, was wondering if we should pick Roberts again today to be the beer batter, and we decided to go a different direction. Tanner Johns, the 4-hole hitter, is our beer batter, Dry Pro beer batter here today, but would have been a good choice as he struck out in his first at-bat of the day. 1-0 from Ledbetter. Downstairs, ball 2. 2-0. Three balls and no strikes now after that one. Misses downstairs once again. Roberts didn't play at St. Mary's this year due to an injury. As the 3-0 downstairs. Ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Joel Roberts, and honestly not the worst with first base open. Brings the double play in. You get the force out at home. You feel a little safer on a ground ball with the runner standing on first. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Pickles, and Bryson Glasgow steps up to the dish. Ledbetter kicks, fires, swung on, fly ball out towards center field. Catch is made by Evan Thomas. Runner holds up at third, and a big second out for the Drifters. I thought he might tag there, but Evan Thomas, that was a great throw in from center field to the cutoff man at short. First time I've seen that arm from Evan Thomas, but that was an impressive throw. And a very big one at that, holding the runner at third, allowing this to stay a scoreless ball game. Tanner Johns swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Johns, today's Dry Pro beer batter of the game. If it's wet, call Justin today at 541-942-9262. That's 541-942-9262. 0-1, down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. We had our drone show here at the ballpark last night, sponsored by the Springfield Utility Board, and that was really fun. It was a very good turnout to the game. A lot of fans here. We had the Richardson party here over on the first base side rather. 1-1 from Ledbetter, cut on and missed, strike 2, and a strike away from giving the fans what they want. Half off Coors Light. Yeah, the drone show was really cool. We got to watch it from the crow's nest above the press box, and a lot of fun having everybody out to the ballpark for that. Very similar vibe to our fireworks nights. Swing and a ground ball over to second base. Mullins handles it, throw to first, in time, and the third out is retired. Drifters able to keep it scoreless as the Pickles strand 3 here in the top of the third. We'll head to the bottom of the inning here on the Drifters streaming network.
We hope you enjoy the game, and thank you for your support of Drifters Baseball. Interested in booking a party deck for your upcoming group event? To learn more, visit our website at driftersbaseball.com. off the bottom of the third inning for the Drifters, the right fielder, number 5, Aiden Gebhardt.
Aiden Gebhardt going to be leading things off for the Drifters here in inning number 3 as the first pitch into him swung on, popped up into foul territory. Can't make the catch. The shortstop, Glasgow, called off his third baseman, Gavin Hoddle, and wasn't able to get to it. And so a lucky break for Aiden Gebhardt as he stays alive. No balls and 1 strike. And it looked like Gavin Hoddle was under it, or at least getting there, and then Glasgow called him off and was just not quite able to make the catch as the 0-1 going to be just outside, ball 1. Gebhardt grounds one over to first, and beating him out to the bag is the first baseman, Johns, for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up Austin Takahashi.
Austin Takahashi.
First pitch into him, misses upstairs, 1-0. Takahashi grounds it over to second base. Throw in time, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Brady McKay getting a lot of action defensively in this one. A lot of ground balls over to second base. And that'll turn the lineup over for Evan Thomas, who grounded out to second in his first step out of the day. He'll take the first pitch, breaking ball downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 in for a strike. 1-1. One outside. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Two 1 misses just inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Favorable count now for Evan Thomas. That pitch at 91 miles an hour from Espinoza. That's going to be a walk for Evan Thomas. And a 2-out base runner for the Drifters here in the third. Brings up Cooper Mullins, who singled his first time up.
Adding the second baseman, number 4, Cooper Mullins.
Now, Espinoza got the save last night for the Pickles, and now getting the start today as his first pitch into Mullins inside, ball 1. But he's got some really good stuff. He's up to 91 with almost 20 inches of horizontal break on that pitch. Throw to first, not in time. Thomas gets back safely. One 0 to Mullins, in for a strike. Another check over to Thomas at first, nothing doing. 1-1 count on Cooper Mullins. Espinoza wheels and deals, swung on, fouled back, 1-2. One-two. Swung on, fouled away, and out of play. That one's headed for the stands. Protect your home team with American Family Insurance, Monica Smith Agency, our foul ball sponsor this season. Another 1-2 coming to Cooper Mullins. The Eugene native. Swung on, singled right to the same spot as his first one. And another base hit for Cooper Mullins. He's got 2, and he's 2 for 2 on the day.
Number 25, Hunter Meyer.
That ball hit to really the exact same spot as his first single. But this time it moves Evan Thomas into scoring position. First pitch to Hunter Meyer on the outside edge, strike 1. Meyer hit into a double play in his first at bat. Swinging a foul ball out of play. Count moves to 0-2. Espinoza kicks and fires outside, 1-2. And something we saw from the Drifters that maybe we haven't seen quite as much this season was the patience at the plate. A lot of really long at-bats, hard-fought at-bats that led to walks. Guys fighting their way. It was 12 walks for the Drifters in the game yesterday. As Meyer chops one over to third base. Coming in to collect and throw is Gavin Hoddle, and that'll do it for the inning. Drifters strand 2. Still scoreless heading to the 4th inning here in Springfield.
Itchy dog? Mackenzie Feed can help. If your pet is dealing with skin issues, excessive scratching, or allergies, it may be time for a food upgrade. At Mackenzie Feed, they'll help you find the right combination of quality kibble, freeze-dried, raw, or gently cooked foods to support your pet's health and improve their quality of life. And if fleas are driving your pet crazy, you're not alone. They recommend treating the pet, the house, and the yard. And don't forget to deworm your pet as well. For allergies, fleas, and itchy pets, Mackenzie Feed is here to help. Stop by their Springfield or Walterville locations and mention this ad for a special Drifter discount. Fans, please get your raffle tickets out. We've got our 3rd winner of the night. Congratulations to number 193812. Again, that number is 193812. Leading off, the second baseman, number 70, Brady McKay.
Back for the top of the 4th inning. So 1-1 count on Brady McKay to start things off. Fouls one off, 1-2. McKay, one of the few guys on this Pickles roster from St. Mary's, as he takes a 1-2 ball downstairs in the dirt. Count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ledbetter's 2-2 swung on, grounded over to third. Throw over to first in time, and that'll retire Brady McKay for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 29, M.D. Connor.
Brings up M.D. Connor out of the University of South Alabama. 14 games played. This is 15th appearance for the Pickles this season. He's a .217 hitter, .429 on base, so very patient hitter, good eye. He's got 14 walks to only 11 strikeouts this season. First pitch ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 downstairs. 2-0. Ledbetter kicks and delivers on the outside corner, strike 1. Maybe a close call there, but 2 balls and 1 strike now on M.D. Connor. Foul ball will be strike 2. Count evens up 2 apiece. Appeared in 3 games for South Alabama this past spring, but only registered 1 at bat. That was his only plate appearance. 2-2, swung on, ground ball over to Cooper Mullins. Throw in time. A couple of routine outs to start things off here in the 4th. And now Gavin Hoddle, the third baseman, going to step in with 2 outs. Going to try and get something going here late in the inning for the Pickles. First pitch going to miss for ball 1. And we've already kind of seen it a little bit today, but for both of these teams, it's been the woes have come a bit from stranding runners on base. Quite a bit. Both teams leaving double-digit runners on base in yesterday's game. The Pickles stranding 10, the Drifters stranding 11. In the 9-7 Pickles win yesterday. 14 hits for the Pickles, the most that the Drifters have given up this season in a game. 1-1 from Ledbetter, clips the bottom edge of the zone for strike 2, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And it's Bark in the Park night, as I mentioned. I keep looking over. I just realized it's a trio of golden retrievers sitting over here on this third base side, as well as another dog that I can't quite tell what kind of dog it is, but swing and a miss, strike 3. Tristan Ledbetter sits down Gavin Hoddle to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Still scoreless here at Hamlin through 3.5.
We have plenty of exciting events planned for the summer. Don't forget to pick up a program to check out our upcoming promotions, including Rabbit's birthday party, not one, but 2 bobblehead giveaways, and our first ever post-game concert with Austin Gilbert of The Voice. For more details and to purchase your tickets now, head to driftersbaseball.com. Leading off for the Drifters in the bottom of the 4th inning, the first baseman, number 22, Nolan Miller.
So after Tristan Ledbetter gets his second strikeout of the game to end inning number 4 for the Pickles, it'll be Nolan Miller leading things off, the first baseman for the Drifters here in inning number 4. Swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Nolan Miller swings and grounds one over to the second baseman. And that's Brady McKay getting some more action here.
Now batting the catcher, number 32, Johnny Elliott.
Is that already the 6th ground ball he's fielded through 3 1/3 innings? Espinosa's first pitch in to Johnny Elliott, going to miss outside. Espinosa kicks and fires. Chopper over to third, high bounce, and the throw going to be in time. Johnny Elliott goes down on the 5-3 putout.
Number 17, Malosi Mataafa Alferos.
So it'll bring up Malosi Mataafa Alferos, who is making his debut with the Drifters, and on the first pitch he saw in his first at-bat today, ripped a double down the right field line. He'll take first pitch outside this time, ball 1. Swings and pops one up out into shallow left. A couple guys chasing after it, but it is the shortstop Bryson Glasgow making the catch to retire Mataafa Alferos for the final out of the inning. Scoreless through 4, a pitcher's duel going on here at Hamlin as we'll head to the 5th inning here on the Drifters streaming network.
This is Name the Tune, brought to you by 104.7 KDOC and 99.1 The Beat. It's our Bark in the Park theme song. First off, let's meet our contestant. What's your name?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. And who is this little guy?
Reed.
All right, Brooklyn and Reed. So how the game works, we're going to play 3 songs. They're all dog themed. We're going to play about 5 seconds.
Do you want to bang?
What?
Do you want to bang?
Yeah!
You know you make me wanna get my checkbook and take a loan out and grow my business and come on now. Don't forget to save you will. Don't forget to save yeah. Oh, come on now.
Good job. All right, play the next tune. Classic. My grandma loves this song. All right, cut it. What is that song? Hound Dog. Is she correct? There you go. All right, one more song. Play it. Uh-oh. All right, cut it. What is that song? Drop it like it's hot. She's correct. Good job. We're going to get her hooked up with a prize. All right. Let's get drifting.
Leading off, the catcher, number 96, Brendan Burke.
So still scoreless through 4, not something we see very often here at Hamlin, as Ledbetter's 58th pitch, the first of the inning, is in for a strike on Brendan Burke. A 1, chopped foul down the third base side. 0-2 count on Burke. Ledbetter steps, kicks, fires, down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's a beautiful day here in Springfield. Nice and sunny. Really not a cloud in the sky. Sitting around 72 degrees right now. It's a lot colder up here in the press boxes. The 1-2's fouled away by Brendan Burke, but myself and Addison Cerezo, who's doing our broadcast production today, already both with hoodies on, as the AC is blasting up here in the press box. It's nice on those 90-degree days once we get into the dog days of summer here in like late July, but it can get a little chilly at times. Chopper going to be fouled down the first base side just barely. We'll do the 1-2 again. Though I can't say I'm complaining about having AC, especially here in the summer, but definitely got to have a hoodie on, especially later into the game as it cools off outside as well. Do the 1-2 again, swing and a miss, and a third strikeout for Tristan Ledbetter. Sits down Brendan Burke.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11, Kai Malt.
Ledbetter having himself a day here in his second start at home this season. Face off against the 9-hole hitter, Kai Malt. First pitch into him. Misses just outside for ball 1. 87 miles an hour on that fastball. Almost a 2,400 spin rate. The 1-0 misses outside as well. Right about the same spot. 2-0. Malt had a 2-for-4 day yesterday in the 9-7 Pickles win. Drove in a run as well. He's got himself a 3-0 count here. As he takes a 3-0 strike at the top edge of the zone for strike number 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Still a favorable count for Malt. Ledbetter going to try and work his way back into it. Swing and a single out into left field for Kai Malt. That one just hung right in the middle of the zone, almost 100 miles. That was 99 miles an hour off the bat of Kai Malt. Hard hit ball out into left. Gets a 1-out base runner for the Pickles. And it turns the lineup over as well. Mesa Chilcott going to step back up, and Kai Malt's 2 for 2 today with a double and a single. First pitch in to Chilcott, down and away, ball 1. From Ledbetter. Back pick to first. Not quite in time. It was close, but in safely. Kai Malt able to get back to the bag. As the pitch was just barely below the zone, and so it's 2 balls and no strikes on Mesa Chilcott now. Runner takes off for second, throw off line, and a stolen bag for the center fielder as Kai Malt takes second. And the count moves to 2-1, a runner in scoring position now with 1 out for the Pickles. Ledbetter peek back towards second, kicks and fires. That one dropped, not quite in, I suppose, and it'll be 3-1 on Mesa Chilcott. Chilcott sends one out towards left field, and they're going to let it drop for a hit. Felt like Takahashi could have gotten to that ball, but he lets it drop in front of him.
Now batting the DH, number 85, Joel.
And now runners at the corners. Not enough to drive in Malt from second, but a base hit keeps the rally going for the Pickles. It'll bring up Joel Roberts. And we'll have a mound meeting. Dean Stiles coming out to chat with his righty on the mound.
This season, mound visits are brought to you by St. Vincent de Paul.
This season, mound visits brought to you by St. Vincent de Paul. Visit both of their Springfield stores today, where you will find out that St. Vinny's is more than just a thrift store. St. Vincent de Paul. Going to be a tough spot for Ledbetter to get out of. We saw him get out of a bases loaded jam earlier in this game. Going to try and keep this scoreless. Pickles with 4 hits to the Drifters 3. Neither team able to drive in any runs to this point. Throw to first, nothing doing. Joe Roberts still awaits the first pitch. Another attempt over to first. And another one. Safe once again. We still await the first pitch to Joel Roberts. And once again, 4 straight pickoff attempts. Chilcott standing over at first. Finally, first pitch into Joel Roberts. I guess all the pickoff attempts threw him off as he's in the way of Johnny Elliott trying to get to the ball, but instead coming in to make the catch is Zach Story.
Now batting the shortstop, number 86, Bryson Vasco.
So a big second out with a runner standing 90 feet away. Now Bryson Glasgow will step in. Another attempt over to first. Pitch flown out towards left center. Over to make the catch is Evan Thomas. Hops and makes the grab, and that will strand two. Still scoreless after 4.5. Drifters bats back up after this here at Hamlin Sports Complex.
Sponsors, including Armadillo Roofing, Stoddard Power Systems, and Mercedes-Benz of Eugene. This season, all kids ages 12 and under receive free general admission to Drifters home games throughout the season, excluding fireworks nights, when accompanied by a paid adult. Plus, thanks to our partners at Northwest Natural, Ford Fleet, and Dairy Mart, all kids receive free access to the brand new Drifters Kids Zone along the third base side. Fans leading off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Drifters, the third baseman, number 11, Zach Story.
Zach Story going to be leading things off for the Drifters here in inning number 5. Both teams struggling to drive runners in. Both teams have had runners in scoring position multiple times. Zach Story takes the first pitch, strike 0-1. But runners left on base been the story of this series so far. 0-1 from Espinoza. Downstairs, ball 1. Story shows bunt, but quickly pulls it back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a foul ball. Straight back into the net. 2-2. Story pops one up over to the third base side. This time, Glasgow letting Hoddle make the grab, and this time it is caught. We saw in Aiden Gebhardt's first at bat of the day, that one popped up over to the third base side that they weren't able to get to. Glasgow was rushing after it, called off Hoddle at third, and just fell in and kept Gebhardt's at bat alive. This time, catch is made first out of the inning. And now Gebhardt shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. Gebhardt swings it and flies one out to shallow or to deep left. Catch is made. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Austin Takahashi.
And Espinosa's been working efficiently here in this one. Only 51 pitches up to this point through 4 2/3. As he'll face off against Austin Takahashi, who grounded out to second in his first at-bat. And will take a first pitch ball downstairs. (1-0) clips the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. (1-1) outside. That pitch at 90 miles an hour with 19 inches of arm side run. (2-1) in the dirt. And now favorable count for Austin Takahashi. As he will draw a walk. So a 2-out walk for Takahashi will turn the lineup over to Evan Thomas.
Now batting the center fielder, number 23, Evan Thomas.
Thomas with the walk and a ground out so far. And Thomas went 0 for 3 in his Drifters debut yesterday. He'll take a first pitch ball inside. Look to get into the hit column for the first time as a Drifter here. Check over to the runner at first, nothing doing. Takahashi back in safely. Give a quick shout out to Candace Hook Insurance, protecting what matters most with personalized coverage, trusted guidance, and hometown service from Candace Hook Insurance Services. 1-0 fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike on Evan Thomas. Not quite as big of a crowd today as we had yesterday, but still a great crowd here out here at the ballpark. Yesterday, the Richardson party bringing all of their employees. Takahashi takes off from first, throw, not in time, and gets away. Takahashi going to stand in at second now. Runner in scoring position for Evan Thomas. Pitch was on the inside corner for a strike, so it's 1-2. Takahashi has himself a stolen base. Drifter's been aggressive on the base pass this season. 1-2, swung on and missed. A strikeout for Rafael Espinosa will end the inning and strand a runner at second. Still scoreless through 5. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning here at Hamlin Sports Complex after this break.
Tickets ready. We're about to announce our 4th winner of the night. Congratulations to number 1938550. Again, number 1938550. Thanks for joining us tonight for Bark in the Ballpark, presented by Mackenzie Feed. We hope to see you at our last game of the homestand tomorrow for Father's Day, presented by Valley Sims. Everyone will be going home with a $25 voucher for indoor golf at Valley Sims, as well as some exciting raffle opportunities. Don't miss out on all the fun this season. Get your tickets at driftersbaseball.com. Fans, your attention, please. Now pitching for the Drifters, number 20, Jack Kline. Leading off our Dry Pro Beer Batter of the game, the first baseman, number 7.
So top of the 6th inning and a new arm on the mound for the Drifters. It'll be Jack Kline, the sophomore over at Chemeketa Community College up in Salem. Will take care of things after Tristan Ledbetter went 5 full innings with 4 hits and no runs. Kline's first pitch into our Dry Pro Beer Batter of the game, Tanner Johns, is going to be down and inside. Ball 1. Ground ball over to Cooper Mullins at second base. Throw in time. First batter is retired.
Now batting the second baseman, number 7.
And looks like it'll be a rare miss on the beer batter from us. I have to apologize to Knight Aretsky next door, who suggested running back Joel Roberts as the beer batter from yesterday, who struck out in his first at bat of the day, and Johns has not struck out today. So, with concessions closing after the 7th inning, that may be his last at bat before concessions are closed up for the night. First pitch into Brady McKay is a ball. Ground ball over to third. Throw from Story in time, and a quick 2 outs for Jack Kline.
Now batting the right fielder, number 29, M.D. Connor.
Bring up M.D. Connor. Kline kicks and fires inside and downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. One of those outside, 2-0. As the 2-0 in there for a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch from Jack Kline to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one. That one just missed outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Favorable count here for Brady McKay. 3-1 outside and a walk. So Brady McKay gets himself on board for the first time today with 2 outs in the inning by way of the walk. It'll bring up, or I apologize, that was M.D. Connor, not Brady McKay. This one's popped up by Gavin Hoddle into foul territory. Catch made by Nolan Miller. A quick inning for Jack Kline. working efficiently in his first inning on the mound here in this one. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th after this on the Drifters streaming network.
Fans, get those raffle tickets out once again. It's time to announce our next winner. Congratulations to winner number 193-831. Again, 193-831. Heading to the lake, river, or campground with your pup this summer? Mackenzie Feed carries life vests for dogs of all sizes. A properly fitted life vest can help many dogs feel more confident and comfortable in the water. Bring your dog into Mackenzie Feed for a fitting and a pup cup treat. And while you're there, check out their selection of tough floating toys, long-lasting natural chew bones, and natural calming products to help everyone relax and enjoy the outdoors. Stop by Mackenzie Feed in Springfield or Waterville and mention this ad for a special Drifter discount. Fans, leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Drifters, the second baseman, number 4, Cooper Mullins.
Mr. Drifter going to lead things off here in inning number 6. Swings and fouls off the first pitch. As it's still Rafael Espinoza on the mound for the Pickles. As the 0-1 going to miss ball 1. That one just missed inside. Cooper Mullins fouls another one off. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Protect your home team with American Family Insurance, Monica Smith Agency.
As he'll take a 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Count will even up at 2 apiece. Take a look at some scores around the WCL. Victoria Harbor Cats at the Port Angeles Lefties. The Lefties up 5-3 in that one. As Cooper Mullins fouls another one, we'll do the 2-2 again. Marion Berries lead the Pippins up in Yakima Valley 3-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Bend Elks hosting the Kelowna Falcons. They lead 4-3. The Nanaimo Night Owls at the Wenatchee Apple Sox, who the Drifters went up and visited last week as the 2-2's outside counter run full. The Night Owls lead the Apple Sox 6-4 up in Wenatchee. The Bellingham Bells hosting the Kamloops North Paws lead 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Edmonton Riverhawks leading the Corvallis Knights in Corvallis in the bottom of the 2nd, 2-1. Cooper Mullins fouls off the payoff pitch. We'll do it again. And the Walla Walla Sweets at the Ridgefield Raptors. That game's tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Another payoff pitch coming to Cooper Mullins. Rapid making his way through the stands here today. Sure, he's happy today on Bark in the Park night as Cooper Mullins rung up, turns around and said something to the home plate umpire. That one was, he had a case there. It was, that ball was well outside, but called strike 3 and a strikeout for Rafael Espinoza. Sits down Cooper Mullins for the first out of the inning. Swinging a foul ball from Hunter Meyer. No balls, 1 strike. Hunter Meyer didn't go around. It looked like he might have there. A very slow check swing from Meyer. But able to hold back. The count evens up at 1-1. 1-1 chopped foul, 1-2. Foul balls this season brought to you by Monica Smith American Family Insurance, protecting you from life's unexpected hits. American Family Insurance, Monica Smith Agency. Meyer steps out of the box, calls time. Espinoza will just toss it over to first. Not sure what happened there, but we'll do the 1-2 after a quick pause. Espinoza kicks, fires, swung on, out towards left field. Fly ball, running back and making the catch is Mesa Chilcott. Had to get on his horse for that one, but able to make the catch. Retreating back towards the wall for the second out of the inning. It'll bring up Nolan Miller. So for 2 today, grounded out to second in both of his previous at-bats, and it'll be a quick mound visit. For Rafael Espinoza. I believe that's pitching coach Bryce Foster coming out to chat. Coming out to chat with his big 6'4" righty, but still going to be Espinoza. Kicks and fires. First pitch into Nolan Miller. Clips the bottom edge of the zone at 92 miles an hour for strike one. Miller fouls one off. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 misses inside. That one up all the way to 93. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Nolan Miller. Miller swings and grounds one over to the shortstop. Skips in, but he beats it out. It's an infield single for Nolan Miller and another 2-out base runner for the Drifters.
Now batting the catcher, number 32.
As Jim Hopple coming out to have a chat with the umpire. Not sure about that call. It looked pretty clear from up here that he beat out the throw, especially with it skipping into the first baseman, Tanner Johns. Had to pick it out of the dirt, and it's a good pick, but his throw just didn't get there quite in time. So Jim Hopple will head back to the dugout. Won't even be a discussion about the call. Nolan Miller stands on first, and Johnny Elliott 0 for 2 today. Will take a first pitch strike on the outside corner. Just a great spot from Espinoza on the trackman here. Just absolutely painted the corner with that one. 0-1 to Elliott. Downstairs, 1-1. This game been an opposite, quite the opposite of what we saw yesterday. It's 1-1 outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Yesterday we saw 21 total hits and 16 total runs scored. At this point in the game, 4 hits each for both of these teams, and we're still scoreless. 2-1, Miller taken off, and the catcher Brendan Burke couldn't hold on to it. It slipped out of his glove, and so Nolan Miller will take second with no throw. The pitch was just below the zone as well. It's 3 balls and 1 strike on Johnny Elliott. Elliott walked in his only plate appearance yesterday. Three-1 from Espinoza. Chopped over to second. 2 hops. Throw. Not in time. Elliott beats it out, and he tumbles into foul territory. Got on his horse there. Unhooked the trailer, as they'd say, and got himself an infield single, and there's runners at the corners now for Molosi Mata'afa-Alferos.
Fans, this season, mountain visits are brought to you by St. Vincent de Paul. Check out their 2 locations in Springfield, where you'll see St. Vinny's is more than just a thrift store.
So pitching coach Bryce Foster coming out to chat with Rafael Espinoza. And that will be the day, it appears. For Rafael Espinoza, we'll let you know who the new arm is on the other half of this break here in the Drifters streaming network.
Fans, your attention, please. Now pitching for Portland, number 14, Jacob Bellamy.
So the new pitcher on the mound for the Pickles, it'll be Jacob Bellamy,
Once again, hitting for the
the
Drifters,
Portland product who
number 17,
did not play at Portland this season in the spring. But this summer with the Pickles, this is his 4th appearance out of the pen. He's got 1 save, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 3.86 ERA, 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. First pitch to Molosi is grounded over to third. A little bit of trouble with it. The throw to first just in time. Mata'afa-Alferos couldn't quite beat it out, as the third baseman Gavin Hoddle had a little trouble with it, but a good play defensively to get the third out of the inning. Still scoreless after 6. We'll head to the 7th inning on the Drifters streaming network.
We're going to find where is Rapid, hanging out here with some of my new friends. What's your name, buddy?
Bryson.
Bryson, what's your name?
Wyatt.
All right, Bryson and Wyatt. So how this game works, when I say go, you're going to have to try to find where is Rapid, all right? The first one to put up their hand, correctly find Rapid, we're going to hook you up with a prize. Are you ready, buddy?
Yeah.
Are you ready? All right, Drifter fans, make some noise. 3, 2, 1, go! Where is Rapid? Hands up. Where's Rapid? Rapid, raise your hand. Where you at? There he is. Good job, buddy. We're going to hook that with a prize. How did you find him, dude? Easy, smart kid right there. Good job, buddy. Getting hooked up with a prize. All right, let's get drifting.
Leading off, the catcher, number 96, Brendan Burke.
Ethan Kline, happy to be here with you guys through this game that we're already through 6 innings here. The time 8:09 p.m., just over an hour and a half into this game. As it's still Jack Klee on the mound for the Drifters as a swing and a line drive over to Zach Story at third at the hot corner. What a catch to start things off in the first out. That was a great reaction. As we apologize, our camera didn't flip around on our, we have the automated Pixelot cameras here that flip around automatically when a ball is hit or something's going on in the field. And it didn't on that play. Zach Story just made an incredible catch on that line drive. As it'll now be Kai Malt. Brendan Burke just lined that one. It was probably easily 95 plus miles an hour off the bat. As the 1-0 to Kai Malt's going to drop in for a strike. Count evens up at 1 apiece. One on the outside corner, strike 2. One, 2 from Klee. Kicks, fires. That was right down the middle. Called ball 2. Don't know if that one could have been more of a strike, but as the 2-2 misses, it'll be a full count. Payoff pitch coming to Kai Malt. Swinging a foul ball. We'll do it again. So another payoff pitch coming from Jack Klee. Swing and a chopper over to third. Story handles it. Throw over to first in time for the first out of the inning. So, or second out of the inning rather. Malt is retired anyways, and it'll be Mesa Chilcott, the leadoff man. Zach Story over at third, getting a lot of action here today, or in this inning specifically. First pitch to Mesa Chilcott. Outside, Johnny Elliott tried to frame it and ended up flicking the ball over down the third base line. But it was outside, ball 1. One 0 from Klee. In there, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now. And Klee this summer, he's got 5 appearances. This is 6th, 4th out of the bullpen. He's got 2 starts as well this year. A 4.5 ERA as his 1-1's going to miss outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. But 14 innings pitched with 10 runs, only 7 of them earned for that 4.5 ERA, I apologize, with 12 strikeouts and 7 walks. He's got himself a 2-0 record as well. Both of his starts, he got the win. Liner over the head of Cooper Mullins, didn't even put his glove up for it. Thought he would have at least made an attempt there, but it's going to be a base hit for Mesa Chilcott, his 2nd of the day.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 85,
Chilcott's 2 for 3. With 2 singles, he's also been hit by a pitch. It'll bring up Joel Roberts, who popped out in foul territory 2 innings ago in his last at bat. He also struck out once. He's 0 for 2. First pitch he takes on the outside edge. No balls, 1 strike. Klee kicks and fires downstairs. 1-1. Each team with 5 hits so far in this one. One from Klee coming. But first, a pickoff over to first. Nothing doing. Chilcott gets back in safely. One from Klee. Just outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one from Klee. Swung on, popped up into shallow left field. And under it, Mata Alferos making the catch, and that'll retire Joel Roberts for the 3rd out of the inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here in Springfield on the Drifter streaming.
Moves fast. Your car, your home, your family, they're everything. At Candace Hook Insurance, we've been protecting Eugene families for nearly a decade with personalized coverage that fits your life. Auto, home, life, business, whatever you need, we're here. Because families are the backbone of our community. Get your free quote today at eugeneinsuranceagent.com or call 541-687-4800. Protecting dreams, one family at a time.
The stretch also leads us to last call. Concessions will be closing at the end of this inning, and kids, be sure to stay after the game to get autographs from the Drifters themselves and run the bases. You can stay up to date all season long with the Springfield Drifters on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Drifters B-Ball. Can't make it out to the park but don't want to miss the Drifters in action? You can also follow us on YouTube. Just go to the YouTube channel, search for Drifters Baseball, subscribe, and live stream every single Drifters home game. Leading off, the 3rd baseman, number 11, Zach Story.
Bottom of the 7th here for the Drifters, as it's still the guy who came in to relieve Rafael Espinoza, Jacob Bellamy, whose first pitch to Zach Story is going to be upstairs, ball 1. One out of Story, swung on and missed, 1-1. Good pitch on the outside edge. One going to miss up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wind still blowing out towards left. An unusual wind, but we haven't really had many deep fly balls to take advantage of it as the 2-1's upstairs, and now a good count for Zach Story. It's 3-1. 3-1. Up and in. Chin music for Zach Story. Will put him on first with the leadoff walk.
Now batting the right fielder, number 5, Aiden Gebhardt.
So that'll bring up Aiden Gebhardt, the stolen base leader in the Northwest Conference, I apologize, the West Coast League. Used to talking about the Northwest Conference. I called baseball games for Linfield University this spring and last year as well. But Gebhardt, the stolen base leader in the West Coast League, hasn't had a chance to show off the wheels today as he hasn't gotten on base quite yet, but he showed a bunt there, popped it back into the net. It's 0-1. Up for the third time today here. Ground out to first base and a fly out to left field for him so far today. Taking off from first. Throw misses the glove of Bryson Glasgow. And Zach Story's got himself a stolen base. And now with a runner on second with no outs, feels like prime opportunity for the Drifters. See if Aiden Gebhardt tries to lay down a bunt here. He's got the wheels for a bunt single, which we saw 3 of yesterday from Cooper Mullins, Jacob Villapando, and Peyton Tyner. 1-1, he will not show bunt, and he'll take strike 2. So now bunting not an option. With 2 strikes, got to swing the bat. Swing and a chopper fouled on the first baseline. Bellamy going to try and get out of this unscathed. Strikeout or a fly out would do the job. Ground ball will likely move Story over to third. Who's taking himself a healthy lead over at second. Pitch into Gebhardt. Breaking ball in for a strike. 14 inches of break on that one at 77 miles an hour and just caught the outside corner. A great pitch from Jacob Bellamy to sit down Aiden Gebhardt.
Austin Takahashi.
So after Gebhardt retired for the first out of the inning, Takahashi lays down a bunt, and it is a good one. And not sure why it seemed like Jacob Bellamy kind of waved off his catcher, Brennan Burke, and let that ball roll for longer than he needed to, and Takahashi's got himself a bunt single. The 4th bunt single we've seen by this Drifters offense in this series. And now runners at the corners with 1 away. And the leadoff man, Evan Thomas, will step into the box. Takahashi taking off from second. And he'll get a free pass, no throw, as they wanted to hold up Zach Story over at third. 1-0 count on Evan Thomas. 2 runners in scoring position. Drifters going to try and break this scoreless tie here. Bellamy kicks, fires. Outside. 90 miles an hour from Jacob Bellamy there. Two balls, no strikes on Evan Thomas. Bellamy kicks, delivers, outside once again. Probably doesn't mind the walk here. First base is open. And the double play really your best way to get out of this safely, minus the strikeout, as the 3-0 is going to drop in for strike one. (3-1). Upstairs and a walk for Evan Thomas. The bases are loaded with one away. And who else but Cooper Mullins to step into the box at this point?
Cooper Mullins.
He's 2 for 3 on the day. And a mound meeting, maybe a pitching change. It will be a pitching change. Head coach Jim Hopple coming out to the mound to take the ball from Jacob Bellamy, and we'll let you know who the new arm is on the other half of this break here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
Fans, your attention, please. Now pitching for Portland, number 51, Preston Sullivan. Once again, now hitting the second baseman, number 4, Cooper Mullins.
So the new arm for the Pickles, Preston Sullivan, the righty, standing at 6'1", 205, coming in to relieve Jacob Bellamy with the bases loaded and one away. Cooper Mullins, Mr. Drifter, stepping up to the plate. He's got 2 singles already as the first pitch breaking ball drops in for strike one. 16 inches of vertical break on that one. Umpire having a conversation. So it'll be a quick mound meeting after one pitch between Brendan Burke and Preston Sullivan. It'll be a quick one. And now Jim Hopple coming out to have a chat with the umpire. Not sure what about. Oh, 1 count on Cooper Mullins. You know, sometimes I wish we had John Boy out here at the ballpark to do some lip reading for us with some of these coaches. Oh, the pitch gets away from Brendan Burke. A run's going to come in to score. The Drifters have the lead here in the 7th on a wild pitch It's 1-0 Springfield. And a 1-1 count for Cooper Mullins. Cooper Mullins grounds one right up the middle. Throw to first. In time. Infield was way in there. And Mullins is retired for the second out of the inning, but not before the Drifters score on the wild pitch. It's 1-0. Runner still got 2 in scoring position. Hunter Meyer is going to step into the box. Swing and a base hit. That's into the gap. That's getting back to the wall. That's going to clear the bases. It's a double at least for Hunter Meyer. And he will stand in on second. A 2 RBI bases clearing double for Hunter Meyer. And how about some new Drifters making some noise in this series?
Coming to the plate, the first baseman, number 22, Nolan.
It's 3-0 Springfield here in the bottom of the 7th. Nolan Miller will step in now. Try and keep the rally going here with 2 outs. Meyer stands on second. Sullivan fires, swinging a miss, strike 1. A lot of small ball played, a rare extra base hit for this Drifters squad. We don't see him quite as often. But just roped into the gap. And clearing the bases. Pitch clock violation, and it'll be a ball. And the count will move to 1-1. Sullivan shaking his head. He didn't like that. As the 1-1 going to skip in. Count will move to 2 balls and 1 strike on Nolan Miller. Miller 0 for 2 on the day. Or 1 for 3, rather. Two 2-1, swung on, chopped foul. One of our interns, Mati Tenney, as always, keeping the crowd energized here at Hamlin. 2-2 to Nolan Miller, popped foul and back. We'll do it again.
Protect your home team with American Family Insurance, Monica Smith Agency.
So after 6.5 innings of scoreless baseball, Drifters with a 3-spot, 2 outs, chance to keep it going here. 2-2 to Miller. Downstairs, good take from Nolan Miller to run the count full. That was maybe a ball below the zone. Seen that a lot more this week from this Drifters squad. 3-2, swung on, fouled, out of play. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch from Preston Sullivan. Kicks, fires. Miller swings and fouls it off once again. Good at bat from the first baseman. Umpire calls time is to grab a few more baseballs. Sullivan. Payoff pitch number 3. Swing and a fly ball out towards left center. That's high and deep. Back at the wall. It's off the wall. It's going to get down in a double for Nolan Miller. 373 feet and off the left center field wall. Nolan Miller's got himself an RBI double. He's 2 for 4 today. Drifters lead 4-0. And in steps Johnny Elliott.
The catcher, number 32, Johnny Elliott.
Sullivan's first pitch cut on and missed. Big swing from Johnny Elliott. He wanted it all there, but it's 0-1. Swing and a foul ball. It'll be 0-2 on Johnny Elliott. If Elliott gets on base here, Melosi, Matafa, Alfaro standing on deck. The lefty doubled in his first at bat. On the first pitch he saw as a drifter. 0-2 into Elliott. Checks his swing. He pointed over to first to appeal, but there's no umpire over there on the check swing. Pretty clear he held back anyways. 1-2 on Johnny Elliott. Sullivan wheels and deals, swing and a chopper foul down the third baseline. One-two on Johnny Elliott. The pitch outside, 2-2. We'll take a moment to shout out Over the River Guide Service. Former drifter John Over is your certified local fishing guide with a passion for the Mackenzie River and years of experience navigating its waters. Visit overtherivergs.com to book your trip today. That's overtherivergs.com. Pitch in the dirt, count runs full, and another great at bat by a drifter. Johnny Elliott's worked his count full after starting behind 0-2. Payoff pitch coming. Sullivan would love to get out of this and put out the fire that has been lit by this Drifters offense. Steps off the mound. Didn't like how Nolan Miller was looking at him over on second base. Kicks and fires. Grounded up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Miller's rounding third. Drifters keep it going. The throw not even going to be close. And an RBI single for Johnny Elliott. Welcome to Springfield. First base hit today for Johnny Elliott. First base hit of his Drifters career, and it drives in a run from second base. Nolan Miller scores, and it's 5-0 Drifters. A game that's been a pitcher's duel through and through. In the first 6.5 innings has now been blown wide open by a hot Drifters offense. It'll bring up Malosi Mataafa Alfaro. And Brendan Burke will go out to have a quick chat with Preston Sullivan on the mound. There is action in the Pickles bullpen. And now, I believe it will be a pitching change for the Pickles. Yes, so a new pitcher coming into the game. Jim Hopple coming out to take the ball from Preston Sullivan. A 2-out rally. They've gotten through 2 pitchers in the inning. See if the Drifters can keep it going when the new pitcher comes in. We'll let you know who it is after this break on the Drifters streaming network.
Fans, your attention, please. Now pitching for Portland, number 30, Alex Buchanan.
So a big 2-out rally for the Drifters as they've put up 5 thus far in the inning. Runner stands on first. It's Johnny Elliott, who just had an RBI single, and a new pitcher will come into the game to face off against the lefty Malosi Mataafa Alfaro. It's Alex Buchanan, the lefty out of Castle Rock, Washington, as Mataafa Alfaro shows bunt, pulls it back. It's 1-0. Buchanan was at Ottawa University his freshman year, or rather was at Ottawa University in 2025, not his freshman year. Transferred to Park University Gilbert this past season as the 1-0 going to miss outside 2-0. Had a 9.28 ERA at Park University Gilbert this season, an 0-5 record and 21 in the third pitch, but a better summer with the Pickles so far, as Mataf Alfaro grounds one over to first, and that will do it for the inning, but not before the Drifters put up a 5-spot in the 7th. Pickles with 6 outs to go here in this one. Drifters lead 5-0. We'll head to the 8th on the Drifters Streaming Network.
It's a great time to update your pet's ID tags. Bring your dog into Mackenzie Feed for a fitting and a dog-friendly pup treat. They also carry tough toys, bouncy balls, and natural calming chews to help your dog stay happy and active all summer long. Stop by Mackenzie Feed this summer, mention this ad, and get a free special Drifter discount. Fans, your quick attention here. If you bought a raffle ticket, please go behind home plate to the Mackenzie Feed table at the end of the 8th inning as they draw multiple winners. Congrats in advance to everybody who claims a prize. Leading off the shortstop, number 86, Bryson Glasgow.
Bryson Glasgow going to lead things off for the Pickles here in inning number 8. They've got work to do after the Drifters put up 5 in the last inning. First pitch from Jack Klee going to be outside. Ball 1. Hope you all are having a great evening in the chat as the 1-0 going to miss outside. 2 balls and no strikes. I know I am, especially after that 5-run inning. I know Pickles fans in the chat, I apologize for what you just had to witness. It's the 2-0 going to be in for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strikes. As the 2-1 fouled back, it'll even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two inside, and it did clip him. So it'll be a hit by pitch. Jack Klee pats his chest and says, "My bad." And as Bryson Glasgow will head over to first on the hit by pitch. The second hit by pitch issued by the Drifters today. And Jeff Lyle will come out, and I believe this will be the day for Jack Klee. Yes, he will take the ball from Klee, and that'll be his day. He had a good one, though, still keeping the Pickles scoreless through 7. And we'll let you know who the new pitcher is on the other half of this break here on the Drifters Streaming Network.
fans, your attention, please. Now pitching for the Drifters, number 10, Michael Kline. Once again, coming to the plate, first baseman number 7, Tanner Johns.
So Michael Kline, a Drifter that I know I love, and Addison Cerezo sitting up here in the booth with me, cheered when he was coming out of the bullpen. We're all excited to see him pitch again. He closed out the game for the Drifters yesterday in the loss, and back out on the mound to try and close this one out, hopefully for a win here in Game 2, force a rubber match tomorrow in Game 3. His first pitch was a ball outside. He misses downstairs for ball 2. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Tanner Johns. So Tanner Johns was our Dry Pro beer batter today. Did not strike out before concessions closed. Maybe he'll strike out here, but unfortunately it wouldn't matter for the beer batter, at least. Is the 2-0 going to be up and inside? 3 balls and no strikes. Kline fires in there, strike 1. (3-1) from Kline. Kicks and fires, swung on, fouled away, count runs full. Heads up over in the kids zone. That one is headed all the way over there. Payoff pitch coming from Michael Kline. Runner stands on first, no outs in the inning. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Michael Kline on the foul tip. The guy with over a 40% whiff rate this season.
Now batting the second baseman, number 70, Brady McKay.
Talking to a couple of the guys on the team, and Michael Kline, he doesn't have the craziest stuff, but he's kind of got that I'm better than you attitude on the mound that really just shows in his pitching, as that one clips the inside corner for strike 1. A great pitch, just painting that inside edge. Almost 2,200 spin rate on the fastball, and it shows he's got the 40% plus whiff rate this season, as there's another whiff for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 to Brady McKay. In there, strike three, rang him up on the fastball on the inside corner. That one up to 88 for Michael Kline. And he's got 2 strikeouts to start the 8th inning.
Fans, your attention, please. Pinch hitting, number 20.
Pinch hitter for the Pickles. It's going to be Luis Castillo, who got the start yesterday. Today, coming off the bench as a pinch hitter. And Michael Kline, those 2 strikeouts to start this inning brings him up to 23 on the year. Good for 5th in the West Coast League, and that one going to be in for strike 1 on Luis Castillo. Yeah, Michael Kline sits at 5th in the WCL in strikeouts after that one. Michael Kline chance breaking out courtesy of Mati Tenney down here in the stands, and that one's going to be down and inside ball 1. And that last fastball that he struck out Brady McKay with was 88 miles an hour. We saw him get up to like 90, 91 in his season debut as that one's fouled back for strike 2. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. But we saw him getting up to like 90, 91. Don't know if he touched 92 or not in the season, the home opener against the Yakima Valley Pippins this summer. He hasn't quite gotten the velo back up to there yet, but he's still been sitting upper 80s when last year he was kind of topping out at 85, 86. So he's gotten the velo up. You can see physically he's gotten bigger since last summer. He's built up the muscle, gotten stronger, and it's showing in his pitching. So the 1-2 was fouled back, and we're going to do the 1-2 again. One-two going to miss outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Michael Kline, a fan favorite for sure, and a staff favorite most definitely. Just a super easy guy to root for. A great guy off the field as well as the 2-2 outside. Brett Count will run full, but a great guy and a great player. Hard not to root for him. Payoff pitch outside, and it'll be a walk issued by Michael Kline. Only the 3rd walk he's issued all season. It's the Rogers State senior.
Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 93, Gavin Hoddle.
Will now pitch to Gavin Hoddle, who is 0 for 3 on the day. Castillo comes in to pinch hit, draws a walk to keep the inning going. Need a 2-out rally for the Pickles here if they want to get themselves back into this game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swinging a ground ball over to 3rd. This should do it for the inning. Runner held up on the base pass, thinking it was going to be a throw to 1st, but Zach Story, good, smart decision just to run to the 3rd base bag and get the put out himself, and that'll do it for the inning. The Drifters still lead 5-0 as we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. A chance to get some more insurance here in the 8th. Drifters bats back up after this on the Springfield the Drifters streaming network.
You could be on the field as a member of the Drifters as well. Leading off for the Drifters, number 11, the third baseman.
Zach Story coming into the box,
Story.
going to lead things off for the Drifters after they put up 5 in the 7th. Going to try and keep the motion going here in the 8th, keep the bats hot, and try and run up this score, really shut out the Pickles here of any chance to win this game. And the first pitch gets awry from the Pickles lefty. Alex Buchanan couldn't quite find the zone on that one. It gets away from him, and Zach Story stands on first with a hit by pitch.
Gebhardt.
It'll bring up Aiden Gebhardt, who struck out in his last at-bat in the 8th, or in the 7th, rather. Check over to the runner at first, nothing doing. A lot of speed in this lineup. Story got some wheels. Gebhardt, of course, has wheels. I just checked. He's actually down to 2nd in the West Coast League in steals. He has 14. Sawyer Nelson with the Marion Berries has passed him as 16 stolen bases on the year. Gebhardt takes a 1-0 strike. One misses outside, 2-1. Taking off from first is Zach Story. He kind of chops his feet, knew he was going to be in safely there, and the 2-1 misses for ball 3. Zach Story stands on second. This is how the big inning for the Drifters started. Last inning was a Zach Story walk rather than a hit by pitch, and then the stolen base put him on second with Aiden Gebhardt up to bat. Aiden Gebhardt in a better spot now with a 3-1 count, too. Swing and a foul ball, count runs full. So, on deck is Zach Daig, going to be coming in to pinch hit. Runner takes off, and a swing and a foul ball. He'll have to return to second, but he was well into third and was going to have himself his 3rd stolen base of the day, if not for the foul ball from Aiden Gebhardt. But it was a good fight off. Pitch was most definitely in the zone, and so a good defensive swing from Aiden Gebhardt to keep the at-bat alive. And the count still full for the right fielder. Buchanan kicks, fires, payoff pitch, fouled back once again. Good at bat here from Aiden Gebhardt, staying alive. Swing and a ground ball. This will move the runner over to third, but it'll be a sacrifice ground out for Aiden Gebhardt. And Zach Daig, who got the start out in center yesterday. Evan Thomas getting the start out in center, so Zach Daig coming off the bench to pinch hit for Austin Takahashi. Takahashi finishes his day 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And a run scored. First pitch to Daig outside, ball 1. 1-0 on the outside edge. Strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. And BFXP 63, I see your chat. Yeah, the game starts at 4:05 tomorrow rather than the normal 6:35 p.m. start. All of our Sunday home games start at 4:05. That one up to the first baseman. It'll score a run, and it's an RBI ground out. The sacrifice from Zach Day gives the Drifters a 6-0 lead here in the 8th. Good job to do a job from Zach Daig, and it'll flip the lineup over to Evan Thomas with 2 outs and the bases empty. Buchanan will be happy to have a low leverage spot here after being thrown in with runners already in scoring position and very quickly having a runner in scoring position in this inning. First time he's pitched with the bases empty outside of the start of this inning before Story got on base. Threw his first pitch and hit him. He's got a 2-0 count on Evan Thomas. Kicks, fires, the 2-0 swung on, fouled back. Two-1 from Alex Buchanan. Wheels and deals downstairs, ball 3. And that's 6 innings scoreless drought. I believe the longest a game has remained entirely scoreless here at Hamlin this season. As that one lined out into left field, it missed the glove of Bryson Glasgow. And a single for Evan Thomas to keep the ball rolling. Cooper Mullins will step in.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Cooper Mullins.
Mullins 2 for 4 today. 2 singles and a strikeout. Grounded out in his last. First pitch to Mullins, inside. Very close one. 1-0 count for Cooper Mullins. Buchanan kicks, fires, swing, and a chopper over to first, and this will do it for the inning. But before that, the Drifters put up 1. It's 6-0, Drifters lead as we head to the 9th. Last 3 outs for the Pickles here at Hamlin Sports Complex.
Can trigger itching in some dogs for weeks. Corn, wheat, and soy are common culprits.
When you donate to St. Vincent de Paul of Lane County, you're creating jobs.
Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely.
Generating money for meals, housing, and job training.
Have a great day.
And saving items from the landfill by recycling. Have fun, save some money, and do something nice for your neighbor. St. Vincent de Paul of Lane County.
Can help. Leading off, the catcher, number 96, Brendan Burke.
Michael Kline going to be looking to shut the door on the Pickles here in Game 2. First, a rubber match tomorrow in Game 3 of this series on Father's Day. His first pitch is in for a strike. Rather, it misses inside, ball 1. On the outside edge to Brendan Burke, and it's 1-1. Kline kicks, fires, swing and a miss, strike 2. Gets more whiffs than anybody in the league. Kicks and fires the 1-2 outside. Burke thought about it, but kept the bat on his shoulder. Swinging a foul ball on the 2-2. We'll do it again. I apologize for any stray noise there. The string of my hoodie was hanging over the mic by accident. 2-2 from Michael Kline. Swing and a base hit out into right. No, a diving play. Wow. I apologize, I went silent there. That was a chaotic play. Aiden Gebhardt, I thought he made a diving catch, and honestly, I think he did. It looked like it came out on his way up, but nonetheless, they ruled it a dropped ball. The throw in got away from Nolan Miller, bounced off the wall of the dugout, came back. Nolan Miller was able to make the throw to second and throw him out as he was trying to take off on the pitch that got on the throw that got away. So it is a single and a throw out, and I guess a base running error is what that would get scored as. I'm not exactly sure how that would be scored on that play, but nonetheless, he's thrown out trying to take second. 0-1 going to be inside. 1-1 on Kai Malt, but a chaotic first out here in the 9th. One, swung on, chopped over to third. Story handles it. One hopper into the glove of Nolan Miller. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Pickles down to their last out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 49, Masa Chilcott.
Masa Chilcott stepping in as the Pickles' last hope to get a rally started. They need 6 runs. Going to take a heck of a 2-out rally to get them back into this game. Michael Kline looking to slam the door. And it's a good start with a fastball on the outside edge. 0-1. Kline kicks, fires, swing and a miss, strike 2. Pickles down to their last strike. Oh, 2. Upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 89 miles an hour on that one. The fastest pitch Michael Kline has thrown so far today. He's thrown almost 30 pitches already. That the 27th pitch as the 1-2 will miss up and away. And he's sitting upper 80s now, late into this appearance. He's got the Oregon Ducks cleats on. Kicks and fires a 2-2. Swing and a pop up. This should do it. Nolan Miller under it, making the catch, and the Drifters win. 6-0, the shutout for Springfield. They come away with the win here in Game 2 and tie the series and force a rubber match in Game 3 tomorrow on Father's Day. Michael Kline slams the door with 2 full innings, 2 strikeouts. And the Drifters win 6-0 here in Game 2. Ethan Kline, happy to have been with you for all the action here today. I'm going to be sending it off for our post-game show, and I'll be back with you for all the action tomorrow in the rubber match in Game 3. Drifters looking to get their first series win of the year tomorrow at 4:05 p.m. on the Drifters streaming network.
Well, it was a great win here at Hamlin Sports Complex, a 6-0 victory for the Drifters. Go over some of the key performances here on both sides, really. Both teams played a fantastic game. It was a pitcher's duel until a 5-run 7th inning sort of sealed it for your Springfield Drifters. Look at the starting pitcher for Portland. Rafael Espinoza went 5 2/3 with 5 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Just a great outing from him, but Jacob Bellamy unfortunately came in. He couldn't get the job done, recording just 2 outs, allowing 3 earned runs, 2 of those coming off of walks. And that kind of segues me over into announcing our player of the game. It's going to be Nolan Miller, who went 2 for 4 on the day, had that huge RBI double in the 7th inning. 9th pitch of the at-bat, he just drove one to left center field for probably the biggest hit of the day. He also stole a base and made a few good plays at first base. Couple great picks over at first. Onto the shortstop, Melosi Mataafa Alferos. He went 1 for 4, but that first pitch double, it was his first hit as a Drifter, his first pitch seen as a Drifter. I can tell you up here in the press box, I definitely, stood up and raised my hands above my head. I'm just excited for him. Glad he got to have that moment here at Hamlin Sports Complex. Glad I got to see it live. Probably a great feeling for him. And then once more, Zach Daig with the RBI groundout, just to give the Drifters a little bit more insurance there in the 8th inning. You never know. Even a 5-run lead, baseball is a crazy game. You never know what's safe. So really just that insurance run to, make it 6-0. It's bigger than it sounds. I really want to shout out both teams. There were no errors made today. I know a lot of times in West Coast League, it's college-level play, so there are some errors made. But neither team with an error today. A lot of clean defense, especially with the lack of strikeouts from the pitching staffs on both sides. Springfield pitching just recorded 6 strikeouts, while Portland just recorded 4. And then over onto the pitching side for Springfield, Tristan Ledbetter with a fantastic start. We were talking about it in the pregame. He went 5 innings with allowing just 1 hit and striking out 8. En route to winning pitcher of the week in the West Coast League on June 8th. So he's putting together a great summer thus far. He did all that on just 75 pitches, might I add. And Jack Klee came in and shut it down, allowing just 1 hit and a walk over 2 innings. He's putting together a great summer for him as well. And then Michael Kline. I personally love Michael Kline. He's fantastic. He added 2 strikeouts onto his season, bringing his season total to 23. That's 5th in the West Coast League. He's the highest reliever on the list, and he's just one of 2 relievers in the top 20 in strikeouts in the league. Looking forward tomorrow, it'll be a rubber match. Springfield's had a lot of them. A couple of them haven't gone their way. Still looking for that first series win, but after today's win, it feels more likely than ever, especially with all the new additions. I mentioned Melosi Mataafa Alferos, but also Zach Story, Zach Daig, Hunter Meyer, Evan Thomas, Johnny Elliott. All those guys were in the starting lineup today, and all of them contributed in their own ways for a great 6-0 victory for the Drifters. But tomorrow it'll be a rubber match. First pitch is at 4:05 tomorrow. And it's going to be another gorgeous day here at Hamlin Sports Complex. A little bit warmer, I think, than today was. But and tomorrow it's going to be Father's Day at the ballpark. There's also there's a father-son kids camp at I believe it's 10 to 12 p.m. here on the adjacent field here at Hamlin Sports Complex. So if you're thinking about bringing your young one to enjoy the game of baseball, I know I loved doing that with my dad when I was a kid. Think about coming on out tomorrow morning, and then first pitch is at 4:05. Tickets start at just $9. It's a very cheap way to come and spend your Father's Day. Get some wholesome family fun as the Drifters look